Hello, St. Petersburg College students, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Hello to everyone else who's coming here that is some interest in crowdfunding and the intersection with crowdfunding and patents. Either way, I hope to provide some information to help you, but moving it specifically to St. Petersburg College participants. In a couple of seconds, I'm going to put up a chart that shows some details about how this particular exercise is going to go. There's going to be four main principles. One is the principle of using crowdfunding not for pre-selling but to find customers. Two, using crowdfunding as an exercise but stipulating in doing so that your project, your particular interest, your particular business invention or other type of entrepreneurial activity, you're going forward with it no matter what, regardless of whether your crowdfunding ask gets reached or not. That's an important principle that I think is really neglected. Because we're getting involved with you in producing and setting up these campaigns, one of the ways we're going to structure and architecture it is to make a very low ask in the range of $400. I'll get into the reasons why it is that we're doing that. And then the last one, which very, very few people think about, your campaign, your videos, your information that you put forward, your frequently asked questions and other things that are part of the crowdfunding platform, that can all be used as a type of de facto patent application. Going through this chart in more detail, largely for the St. Petersburg College students, but really for anyone who has an interest in crowdfunding, and in particular an interest in the intersection between crowdfunding and patents and the patent process. One of the things that I wanted to spell right away is that crowdfunding is an excellent and very useful resource for finding customers and finding people with similar interests to your particular niche area. It's very good for that. It doesn't have to be used for pre-selling items, and in fact, in many cases, it shouldn't be used for that. I'm going to show you several examples where people used crowdfunding to pre-sell items, made a very nice raise, in one case over $109,000 Canadian, and screwed themselves up much worse than if they had never launched the campaign at all, caused a lot of harm to their brand. The myth, the canard, the misunderstanding that crowdfunding is used as a way of pre-selling items has to be overcome. That's going to be an important principle throughout this exercise. Another important principle is that people tend to write and state in their campaigns that I really need this money, we really need you to participate, otherwise we may never get the project off the ground. That's a very, very poor, unwise psychology to use in trying to have a successful campaign. And there are so many campaigns failed that I could show you. It would take too long to explain, and I'm going to give some examples, but knowing that very few of you would watch the videos if that's all we talked about, I'm going to keep it brief. Emphasize in all your literature and everything you do related to crowdfunding that you're going forward no matter what. No matter what is the outcome of any particular crowdfunding campaign. Now next, because St. Petersburg College is participating in this with you and has some involvement, what we're going to do is set up a very, very minimal ask because we want to have at least some examples of successful campaigns. Number two, there's no reason that if your campaign goes well that you can't make a lot more than $400, but we want to start with a $400 ask because we want to show the people who wrote the grant and sent the grant money to the St. Petersburg College that there were some examples of successful campaigns. There are examples of campaigns. One was a person who was going to have a crowdfunding campaign for making potato salad. He ended up netting, on a $100 ask, he ended up netting more than $71,000. But at the low end, we want it to be a low ask so we can have some successful campaigns in order to show the people who authored the grant proposal that this actually did have a meaningful impact on the students, and that is one measurable metric we want to try to reach. Finally, this is a neglected area, and as a patent attorney and a crowdfunding facilitator, I can tell you that Your crowdfunding documents, if set up properly, can be used as a type of de facto patent application. It would take too long to explain how and where and why, and we'll get into this when you meet in person. But we want everybody that's participating in this exercise to actually come to this YouTube channel and see the videos as a way of kind of getting introduced to how we're structuring and managing the process. I hope you find this helpful. I hope this makes sense. Thanks for listening. This is Chris Tanner, and I expect anyone who is watching this, I'll probably be meeting you in person in Pinellas County eventually. Again, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Let me know any other topics you want me to discuss. This YouTube channel is to help you. This is for information. I want to hear from you, and I want to know what things are on your mind.